The following program may contain language of an adult nature. Listener discretion is advised.
Views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
You love. Well, hello. Welcome to I Hate 'Em But I Date 'Em, the LjG show. We are live today on alltalkradio.net or I Hate 'Em EM, but I Date 'Em EM.com. And I want to give you guys a CD. This is a little parting gift.
Aww.
I was singing that song. So these are,
you do it all, don't you?
I do.
You seriously do. You got brains, beauty, and talent.
Well,
Come on.
That's amazing.
You know what? When I'm in a down mood, I'm going to call you girls because I just want to tell you, these are my friend Amanda's friends from, what show was that? That was show, I believe, 41. Amanda Gibson. She won Miss Nevada, so we want to give a shout out to her,
and
right?
former Miss Las Vegas.
Yep.
Yes.
That's right.
That's right.
And I met them through her, and they are amazing women. They're not only beautiful, and by the way, they did my hair and my makeup today. So if you want to,
styling.
and my styling, and if you want to use them for your makeup or hair or styling, it is Flawless Faces by Kat, but it's for both of you, right?
And AshleyTrevino.com.
Ashley Torino, can you spell that?
It's ASHLEY-TREV as in Victor, INO.com. So
Okay.
AshleyTrevino.com.
Ashley
Yeah.
Trevino or Flawless Faces by Kat. Today, we have a new phone line. From now on, it'll be this number because it's my business line, and I'm forwarding it every Friday. This way, it's very simple. You can just call for business or to order T-shirts. We have I Hate 'Em But I Date 'Em T-shirts, which are super, super cute. It's 702-982-8688, but do not be fooled. We are in Vegas, but we are worldwide, okay? We have fans from all over.
I have a question real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
The title, I Hate 'Em But I Date 'Em.com. Like, where did you come up with this concept?
Thank you. I love that.
Honestly, I really want to know.
Okay,
Yeah.
I love that. I
Yeah.
just was lucky enough from Heather Wyatt to get a what is it called? A cover of a magazine called Rock This Magazine, and she did an interview with me as well. And I described it in there as saying, I wanted to start with an etiquette class for men because I'm from the East Coast, and the men on the East Coast were, no offense, George, but the men on the East Coast were very, very, they spoil you. I don't know if either of you are from California, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to do an etiquette class, and I thought that might not be safe. So I decided, let's do I Hate 'Em But I Date 'Em, and people can call up, and if they have questions or, cheese. We are smiling because I hate when my mouth is like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Because we complain about our husbands, our boyfriends,
Right.
our wives, our girlfriends
Yeah.
constantly. I hear it all the time because I'm
Absolutely.
single.
Yeah.
So I hear it all the time.
No, I hear, you know what's funny is I hear my married friends, and that,
Yes.
you know, that really breaks my heart because
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yes.
being not married, right? Being the single one, and having all of my married friends call me with their problems.
Yes. It's
so
hard.
it's,
And do
it's
they
hard.
Both, do they both call you? The man and the woman, the husband and the wife?
No. Mainly
Oh,
just
okay.
mainly just the females.
Okay.
However, it's just funny because I'll be the ones that actually almost oddly put their marriages or their relationships back together. So it's really, isn't that funny? Because it's like they go back to the single woman, right?
Yeah.
To do that. So I think that's amazing. Like that I hate them, but I date them.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
so
And
true.
that's the whole point is that, so we complain about them, but not we, but they complain about them and they stay with them. Me, I break up with them if I'm not happy. Because it's like, what's the point? I'd rather be single and not have to go through all this. Hold on, we're taking a photo. Come on, George, take a photo. Okay. Oh, okay, good. I just don't want to get you to get me with like blah, 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 blah. Yeah, all right. Okay, so let's see, where do I start? There are so many things that these women have to say. I've learned a lot about them. They're obviously beautiful, but our show today, show 43, the LjG show, I Hate 'Em But I Date 'Em. Today, our main title topic is Outer Beauty Meets Inner Beauty.
Amen.
Amen,
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
that's right.
So I love it. Amen.
Yes.
Glory to God.
Amen.
George, you have to let us pose. I don't want talking pictures. Do you want us to pose? Because I don't want pictures of us going yap, yap, yap. Okay. Jeez. Thank you. George is like doing a photo shoot here in the studio.
Shout out to George, the tech team.
Yes.
as long as he lets us know,
Can't
right?
do it without the tech team,
Right.
right?
Okay, so let's see. Why don't we start with? I know you're going to have a lot to say because of
Absolutely.
your personal experience. So why don't I
Absolutely.
start with you? Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Mhm.
I just found out today that you're from East LA,
Yes.
which is cool. Like,
Right.
do you know how to fight?
Oh my gosh, yes. It's so funny that you asked, but yes, I do. But I
wasn't gonna
don't.
ask you.
I don't because I love the Lord, and I've been transformed into a better person with Jesus by my side. So I don't fight anymore. I used to though.
So what would happen if somebody was trying to fight you? You wouldn't. You would say,
No, I would
Glory to
walk
God.
away and just let them be. I would walk
Okay.
away. I
And the
wouldn't
only- the
fight.
only
It's not that
reason-
she doesn't get an attitude though,
I
she can get an
do.
attitude,
Okay,
but it's
but
like,
we-
but it's not crazy,
Yeah, no.
right? It's like,
Right.
Well, her
Yeah.
last name. You're Mexican. What are you? What's
No,
your last
El
name?
Salvadorian.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Because I was gonna say the Mexicans are not gonna. They're not gonna put up with any shit. And I know. I'm I'm Puerto Rican and Irish, adopted by an Italian mom, Jewish
my
German
gosh,
mother. So,
wow. You
So
got all the
I'm
attitudes.
very sweet, but don't fuck with me, okay? So let me talk about this. So you're
You're
from
so
East
cute.
LA, and your story. She just literally told me. I want to hear your story for the viewers because it's not about just the beauty. It's about what you did with your life. Because you had told me that your mother had how many kids?
6.
Well, your parents.
Yeah.
6 kids, and your dad wasn't around,
Yeah, when we
And
were
then-
young,
okay.
now he's around, but when we were young,
Which is
he
great.
wasn't. Yeah, for sure.
which is awesome. If you're a dad, be involved in your kids' lives.
absolutely.
It really matters.
Shout out to the dads that are doing things for
Yes.
their
Yeah.
kids. That's
Yes.
yeah, we need that. We need strong men. So
Yes.
that's amazing.
And that all starts with parenting.
Sure does.
Yeah.
However you bring up your child, women,
Yeah.
little girl, which I'm already talking to I told you,
Yeah.
my little daughter about. She was made fun of just a little beauty mark, and I said, if I had that beauty mark, I would be sporting it. Whoever's inboxing me during my show, please don't. Thank you, because I have
Yeah.
to leave the phone line
We're
open because
busy.
it's forwarded here. But I also talked to her about like she's already been bullied already. My little beautiful
Wow.
baby.
How old is she?
She's 8.
She's
8
8.
and a half.
Wow.
And last year I heard about it, and so I was at her school the other day, and a little boy yesterday. The little boy went behind her back. I said, "Excuse me, come here." I said,
Yeah.
We should
"That's
go
my
sit
daughter."
cat
Do
on
that.
him.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Kat,
Yes.
I want to hear about how. So you had your mom and dad separated. I want to hear about what you told me at my house a few minutes ago about how you made it.
So basically, we left California, came to Las Vegas when I was 11 years old. My mother she's always been there for us, but she has 6 kids. I mean, any mother who has 6 kids know that they don't have enough time to be with one child. So we were very, very needy, but our mom wasn't there for us completely. She loves us. I love her to death. She's my mother
Of course.
and my father. But, a kid wants more attention, you know what I mean,
Right.
from their mother or father. So, but that kind of strengthens me as a woman now because, now I'm more independent. I'm not so needy of my family. I love my mother and father, but I don't need to go run to mom and dad. I'm an independent woman. So it kind of built me up as well.
Right.
That's the person that I am today. I started loving makeup when I was really young because I just thought
Yeah.
that it changed the look, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I can look beautiful, with a little bit makeup. I would wear eyeliner and mascara.
Right.
And then I just took it to another level, looking more flawless and, taking tips and so forth until I put myself into makeup school.
Right. But what you had told me that was even more interesting is what? How did you when you had no rent, right? That's the story I want to hear.
Yeah. So basically what happened, how I got myself to makeup school is I was sitting on a couch. I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. I was just kind of like boring, and I'm getting older, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So I had my rent money, and I seen an ad for a makeup school. Like, it was like a God-given moment, and it was just kind of like, this is what you need to do right now. It
Right.
was like I felt it in my heart. So I didn't pay my rent that month or my bills, and I was so behind forever. But I did catch up, guys, just to let you know.
Which is great.
Which is
hard to
great.
do. Yeah.
But sometimes you just got to take that leap of faith and just do it. You know what I mean? If you're being called to do something, just do it, because you don't know where it's going to take you later on. Everybody starts at the bottom and then we make it to the top. We have to have encouragement along the way. And yes, we're going to not do perfect in everything we do, but it's going to get you, if you keep pursuing it, I guarantee you're going to start getting popular, whatever you want to do, popular or
Wait, do you
getting
mean-
more gigs and
Do you
so
mean
forth.
I can maybe make it in this business as a host?
I think so. Yes, I believe you can. You're just very
kidding, I'm just
enthusiastic, and you have an outgoing personality, girlfriend. So
Just so you know, I can. I'm very confident. I'm just teasing
You
because I
go.
want them to know that I know. Like I
There you
know,
go.
and that's
Confidence
the
is
whole,
beauty, too.
That's the whole thing. It is. Confidence is beauty, and that's why we're talking about the difference of being beautiful on the outside. Teaming up with beautiful on the inside, because it is really important. And if you're ugly on the inside, you're ugly on the outside.
Really though, you
You
are.
ever have a beautiful girl like
I
that?
have. I've had clients like that. Where, gosh, you're like almost in awe of how beautiful they are on the outside, right? They're like captivating.
Yeah.
And then you get to talking to them, and you're like, oh my gosh, like
Yeah.
the ugly in them just it takes over the appearance on
Is
the
this-
outside.
Yeah.
Is this celebrities or?
I'm not gonna name any personally,
not
but
name, but
yeah,
is it
but yes,
celebrity
there
or
are
personal?
some celebrities, and then there's also some actual personal clients that I know. And sometimes I'll just be like, hey, do you need a hug? Like, kind of joke with them,
Wait,
like,
what
do you
did
need a hug
What
today?
did I say to you before?
She's a
Right.
hugger.
I was
Yeah.
like, let's give
Yeah.
I love it.
Just to kind of let them know in a really nice way, like, you have an attitude right now, and it
Yes.
stinks. But it's like, you want to not be so rude back, right?
Right.
Because
Speaking of being rude, I am rude. I did not announce your names. This is
Oh.
Ashley and this is Catherine. I can't believe. I was like, oh my God, nobody
it's
even
okay.
knows
There's
who
been
they
a
are.
lot going on right up until
Yes.
this moment, so
Yes,
it's
we
totally
got ready.
okay.
We had the
Yeah.
makeup.
Yeah,
you
that
guys-
was the fun part.
You guys hit a train or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
All right, back to you for a second. I want to hear about. Okay, so you got into the makeup. I want to know, as far as especially living here in Las Vegas, but even anywhere like with the sun, is there a special makeup that you like to use to protect from the sun or anything like that that you
Makeup?
want to tell the viewers?
Yeah.
So they could know what to buy.
Yeah, it always starts with your skincare. Obviously, in order for you to achieve a flawless face makeup application, you have to have a good, basically
Foundation?
moisturized face and primer. Okay,
Primer.
Primer. Yes.
I just
Learned
learned
about
that
today.
yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
And I just learned it today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Primer. She was like painting my face.
Yeah.
But wait, what kind would you tell them? I want to know what's the best SPF. They got to know this.
Okay, SPF.
That you like.
Well, it depends on your budget. There's so many of them. I don't want someone to go spend $100 on one
Yeah.
because there's some that are up
What's
to
a-
200.
What's a good one that's affordable?
Affordable Neutrogena, you can get that at
Oh.
the drugstore. 15 SPF and
Okay.
above is recommended, even on a cloudy day, because
that.
the sun rays do go through the clouds. We don't see them on us, but they're going through the clouds, okay? And you will get burnt, and it ages you, and that's the number one thing. You want to protect against sun aging and sunspots and skin cancer,
Yeah.
Right.
because it's
Like
a
it's
major
good to be
thing.
beautiful, but you want to be healthy too.
Exactly.
Right. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
there's different ones out there. You can go to Sephora, get Tarte. There's a Tarte one out there. There's Dr. Brandt. There's Sephora
that, George.
brand. There's many different ones. If they have more, if they want one specific for their special needs, if they have oily, dry skin, they can contact me either on my Facebook page or
And what is that again?
That is Catherine Sanchez, makeup artist. On my Facebook page, my Instagram is Cat Sanchez MUA. That's my Instagram. They can contact me and I can get more in detail with them.
Okay.
I love
as
that. I just
far-
want to touch on that too because, for me, everybody thinks I know how to do makeup and I totally don't.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Kat because she's so honest. Like she's like,
Yes.
honey, you need to tone it down. And I'm like, oh, so like I just
In a
like
nice
I
way.
adore, yeah, in a very nice way. But I adore
Yes.
people who are honest with you
Yeah.
because sometimes your girlfriends or whatever aren't going to tell you the truth,
Well,
right?
see, that's why I get in trouble because I do tell the truth.
Right.
If I'm asked.
Right, but I'm
Like,
sure
I
people
love
like
the-
you around.
I love the purple that you did.
Thank you.
And she told you need to
Yeah.
lift up the hair. What did I do? I said,
Right.
you gotta
Boom.
So you have to be
Transformation.
honest. That's about inner beauty right there.
Right.
Okay. What I find a lot is a lot of jealousy from girls.
So much.
A lot.
my
Even guys. A lot.
It's-
And I'm not jealous of them. They're jealous of me. And I hate it because I am so nice. Like, I'll help you with anything. Just, we have to be We have to be helpful to each other,
Right.
Yeah.
inside and out.
Encouraging.
And also, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, insecurity is a huge epidemic right now. I mean, it's literally affecting
now?
our whole society.
Right now?
Well, it's even worse because of Instagram, Facebook, things
Right.
like that. Because there's so many people that are focused on the outward beauty that it's creating more insecurity.
Right.
Yeah.
And the reason why we got all decked out is to show you that, yes, we can be beautiful on the outside. I mean, I am decked out right now with the makeup and the lashes and the hair, but it's really about your inner beauty. And
Absolutely.
these girls have a lot to say. We're going to touch on human trafficking today, and your story. One more thing I want to ask you. Didn't you say you were going to teach some sort of seminar? Because I want to go to the seminar. Can you tell
we're
them?
gonna be me and Ashley. We're gonna be gathering
both of
together.
you?
We're together. We're gonna be doing an online seminar, or
Oh,
either
online? Can
or
you do one that's like, are you
live. Okay, I'll do
do
two. How about that? I'll do
Yes.
one online, one
Yes. You can
and I
come-
have many people that want to attend already.
You can come here and
Oh.
like teach me too, and we can help them too, the viewers. And
Sounds
I
like
want
a
to go
good
to your
plan.
Right.
I can
Love
teach
it.
you guys. If you guys tune in, and you guys can learn a few tips on how to contour your face.
That's a
Or,
big one.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of women, make yourself look skinny. See?
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, like-
very cute.
I love that, but where will you have it? You don't know yet? You'll have it online?
I
on
will
your-
put it on my website. So
Okay.
it's Flawless Faces by Kat, and you can go on there and you'll find all the information about the seminar for
Okay.
sure
Okay, cool.
within the next few weeks.
You mentioned Roger Talley. I have him as
Oh,
a note 'cause
yeah,
I want you to. I
Robert.
want to give a shout out to him, and I would love him to promote my
Oh,
show.
I love Roger.
He's the sweetest guy, but he's
He's-
talented.
Very
What
me and
does he
Roger,
do?
he's a photographer. I've worked with him on many shoots. We've done magazines together. We've gotten pretty much most of our shoots published. He's amazing. He used to have his own modeling agency in New York. He's out here. He's retired now, but he still works with me because he loves me. And Ashley, he loves her
Oh,
too.
really? Well, that's not
Well,
what
we
he told
tagged
me.
him on.
So shout out to Roger because you
Roger
are
Talley.
amazing. Roger Talley, you guys got to check out his work. He still does a lot of stuff. So look on his Facebook page at Roger Talley Photography.
Is this from him right here?
Yes.
Okay, I want to
that's
show
him.
this because I love. And you
That's-
did the makeup
Uh-huh.
here, and you did the style.
No, not on that one,
Not
but
on
we
that
have
one?
other.
Can you
Yeah,
see
we
this?
have other pictures where we've
Can you
tagged
see
you.
this, George? Can you hold it? I'm sorry, George. We need you.
Yeah, this one was an artistic look. So it was more. It was for
Gorgeous.
Physique magazine, and it was
What is it?
Physique.
Physique magazine. Is
Yeah.
that a national magazine?
Yeah,
or-
yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's not a local
I
magazine.
love this.
Yeah,
when I
it's
saw this, I was
beautiful.
one day we have to do this. Let's do this up. I
Just
love
candy.
love
I love.
Yes,
I just had this idea of candy. I'm like, let's use
Nice.
candy. Like, I don't see this stuff. Let's
Right.
just do something that no one else does. And
Exactly.
it got into a magazine
So
without
I-
me even thinking about it.
I love it. That's why I wanted them to see it because you are beyond this. You are both of you super talented. Roger Talley, give me a call, 702-982-8688. I want you on my show. I'm not even kidding. I have a very good friend who's a photographer, Robert Calderon in New York. He might even know him. Over to you, girlfriend. Okay, so I originally found Ashley. She does the stylist for who? Who do you do styling for?
Well,
Like,
you've contacted me through Amanda Gibson, which Amanda Gibson, we picked out our dress together for the pageant. But I've done both Miss Nevadas. I've done Krista White from America's Next Top Model.
right.
I've done, just celebrity ways. Michael Phelps' girlfriend, Megan. So she's a
Oh.
Victoria's Secret model.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I've just done a lot of just a little different models, and I have personal clients too, so I don't want to leave them out because
right,
for me,
of course.
for me, it's about taking a woman, and that just doesn't feel really good about herself and just completely transforming her. And before I do that, though, I really focus on the mental encouragement and really building her up because no matter what a woman puts on outside, if she doesn't feel good inside, it's not going to matter.
And it shows through.
It shows.
And
yeah.
I have to say this. I learned this when I was a lot younger because now that I look at the pictures and I've been in Playboy, I was picked twice in one day out of thousands of people off the beach. So I didn't know what I had. I was
Right.
a perfect 10. I was very insecure.
Wow.
And now I'm about 20 pounds heavier and I am not insecure at all.
Isn't that awesome how
It's
that
amazing.
happens?
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
But it
It's too
feels
bad
good.
it wasn't the other way
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
You know, but how can people, if somebody wants to do, like a photo shoot, would it be your site, the same thing? or-
AshleyTrevino.com. Absolutely.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so do you get to know them? Because this is what I would think you would do is you would go meet with them and get to know them first. and all that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I do like a consultation, and I find out, for example, one of my clients wanted wanted me to go personal shopping for her for Miami. Okay, so she was going to be gone for 7 days. And so I sat down with her and we talk about, what look are you going for? Is there, something that, like, if, for example, if she may need a bathing suit, something to go over her bathing suit. What are the problem areas? Because every woman has a certain area. Usually that they're
you see this? Usually we have Skype. By the way, Martini Milf, we miss you. We have Martini Milf usually, and the Skype hides this, right?
Yeah, I mean it's not Photoshop, right?
Today.
Yeah,
this is the real thing.
This is the real deal right here.
These are real. Somebody asked me the other day, well, how come your boobs were so much flatter? Like in high school, when I said I was 96 pounds and now I'm 117. Like that's why.
That'll do you some good.
So thank you. But.
So so I just I just get really intimate and personal with them, and usually that comes out because sometimes women don't even want to be honest about their insecurities. Like some of them try to front and pretend like that, Yes. But the more you just let their walls down and just get them comfortable, the more they're open to tell you what they're worried about.
Right.
So it is.
It's hard to admit you're insecure.
Right.
It is.
Right.
And there are things I'm insecure about my body, and I'm honest. I've mentioned that I've had liposuction, which ruined my God-given body.
Wow, I'm so glad you mentioned that because that is something I hear a lot of women talk
disgusting.
About.
Yeah.
Why don't you like it?
Well, I'm going to tell these to help the fans out there. Like, there's women that want to get it, and I tell them don't do it. I would actually do a free commercial for to not do it because I had a beautiful and again, obviously, I was in Playboy, picked actually 3 times.
Wow.
Twice in one day, and then a few years before, which means I had what it takes. So I had this body like this. When I got liposuction, I did the side of my butt, which I used to be called J-Lo butt, or they used to call me Negro butt in high school. And I didn't think that was a good thing, but now I wish I had that back. But what happens is they take the fat out of certain sections of your body, and it grows back to other spots like here and in your back. It depends where you take it, right? And my legs are ruined. I mean, they have
crazy.
Like divots in them.
I saw this picture on the internet. I don't know if you guys saw it, but there was this girl who got the fat transferred from her like stomach to her legs, and her legs broke out in a huge like rash and like this nasty infection. And so I don't know. She might have to get her leg amputated because of it. Yeah, crazy.
There's people that die from these things. And you know what? At the time, I was insecure, and I was never into surgery. Never. I mean, my boobs have never been done. I'm lucky to have nice boobs, but I had not such great legs, but now they're worse. And it's all because of my insecurity at the time. I don't remember how old I was. I might have been about, 28 or something. I don't remember. And the funny thing is that a lot of women who are beautiful are the most insecure.
So true. Yeah.
Because they concentrate on their beauty. Their parents go, you're so beautiful. Like I always tell my daughter, you are so beautiful inside and out. I said, your heart is the best thing ever.
Right.
And I talked to her about a little thing that they made, they made fun of her little beauty mark. And I go, I would sport that. Jade, I would sport that. Yeah. And she's so shy and stuff like that. But a lot of women are very insecure. So let's talk about inner beauty, okay? Because we've mentioned a lot about outer beauty, but we also want to mention inner beauty. I want to say something that I learned from a guy a few years ago. He said a lot of guys like women in T-shirts and sweats because they want to know what they look like for real, and they want to be casual.
I gotta touch on this because this is just so it's like baffling my mind right now. Okay, so. Anytime I go to the grocery store, I don't like to wear high heels, right? Because you're going grocery shopping. So you're going to be picking up milk, heavy water, things like that, right? So I always tone it down. So I'll wear like my little Chuck Converse.
Tennis shoes.
Yeah, tennis shoes with some jeans and a t-shirt. I am not joking. When I leave the grocery store, I have had at least 3 to 5 guys ask me for my number or if I'm single.
Yeah, see?
I go
They're not
out.
Intimidated.
They're not intimidated.
Right.
I go out in high heels, and what I normally wear on a work day. Forget about it. I get looks, but not really necessarily
no
ask
marriage
for my number.
proposals. But here's the other thing: when you dress up, men want to. Excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yours. Men want to fuck you. They don't want to marry you. They don't want to marry you. They just want to fuck you because you're all done up and this and that. If you're in sweats and a t-shirt, and I remember when I was about 18. I was teaching aerobics, and I was hit on by this guy, and I remember thinking I had no makeup, my hair was up, and he was hitting on me in a nice way, though. He was like, wanted to date me, and I thought, oh my God, this guy's great. Like, I felt so disgusting, and that's what men want you to be in sweats and t-shirts. They want to know that you're down to earth, and then you're not high maintenance. So yes, during my show, I dress up like this, but at home, I'm in my t-shirt and sweats. So, what about you?
Right.
What about
Just
you?
a towel.
Yes, I opened the door with a towel. Well, here's a funny thing. I think you guys will like this. I used to walk around nude because my mom was like a hippie. My adopted mom was like a hippie. And I used to walk around nude all the time, so much that I would answer my door nude.
Ooh,
What?
I'm not
no,
kidding.
wouldn't
And
do
my
that.
friends, I'm kidding. George was like, oh, this
Yeah, I know. The
Where's
guys
her-
are going
this is
crazy.
interesting.
Where's her address?
Yeah.
But you know what?
I've had my
It was
days.
natural to me.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That
we-
on
we
that
have a-
note,
we have a
haven't-
call.
Yeah, we have
Okay.
a call.
Hello, you're on the air. Oops, hold on one second. My fault. Hold on. You're on the air.
Hello, Lauren.
Hello, who's this?
Oh, this is your best friend.
Is this my president of my fan club, the LjG fan club?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Ron. What do you have to say today to these women? Are you watching the show live?
Yes.
Okay, what's up?
Oh, well, that's what the guy noticed about Vegas is the men. Boy, oh boy, do they go chase the ladies.
Yes. Oh, come forward a little bit. Yes, they do. What do you have to say about that, though? What do you think about the men that chase the ladies? What kind of man are you?
Well, more East Coast, more laid
Yes,
back.
you are. Ron, you're amazing.
Moving.
Yep. Go ahead, Ron.
Learn. You know me.
Well, I know you, but I'm pretending I'm interviewing you so everybody else could get to know. You are a gentleman.
Oh, yeah. I'm East Coast, old school, you know.
Yes, and we adore you. Do you want to say anything to the ladies?
Oh, yes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ladies.
On the
Aw,
inside,
thank
too.
you.
Thank you, Ron.
Yes, this is the president of my fan club, and he's the bomb. He
Aw,
works his
thank
ass
you.
off and doesn't expect anything in return. I love him. We're going places.
Will you get back to the interview?
Thank
You're
you.
doing a great job with these ladies.
Thank
Enjoy.
you.
Thank
Oh,
you
thank
so
you,
much,
Ron.
Ron.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. So sweet.
How sweet.
I actually met him through George. He's a fan of alltalkradio.net.
Supporters
By
are
the way,
important.
supporters are very important. And I got to
Supporters.
tell you guys something. Did you know that you could do your own show here? If you think you can sit here and do what I do, I've done a lot worse than this, right, George? I mean, I've climbed on the desk. I've had guys suck
No,
my
not
toes.
you. I've never seen
You're
you do
finally
anything like
talking.
that.
We're finally, we need
Wow.
you here. He has seen a lot. So if you want to do your own show, you write to alltalkradio@gmail.net. Anyway, let's see what else. Oh, I have some announcements. Oh my gosh, I have a business, a baby and puppy couture business. Sorry, girls, I forgot about this. We're doing a group hug again. Jadakins is my business. I do handmade baby and puppy couture. It's like little sacks. There's baby shower gifts. They're in a wine bag. Very, very high end, very classy, very unique. 50% off. I never have done it, and I never will again. I'll tell you right now. Just trying to move some product and get some new stuff in. The code is June15, as in June 15, 2015. It's jadakins.com or tinytucker.com. Amazing. You can call the same number, 702-982-8688. That's my business line. And Fantasies Come True. Excuse me, ladies, close your ears. C-U-M. FantasiesComeTrue.com. Well, they're church girls, George.
We are church
I feel
girls.
so bad. But
That's good though. I'm glad you're.
Right. I'm
That's
respectful. I'm very
Yes,
respectful.
yes.
I love that.
Very, I try
That's
to be.
awesome.
I try
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah.
So yes, and I'm looking for a seamstress. By the way, my seamstress had you talk about inner beauty. I have a beautiful new seamstress who is a psycho. Sorry, I got to tell what happened. No, I'm serious. Like this is where it comes in. Okay. I met her on Facebook through some very nice girl who recommended her. She came to my house and was the sweetest. This is good for the guys, okay, to hear this, because they say there's psycho women. Well, there are, and I just experienced it like a man probably would. And she was super sweet,
Like a man would.
like a man. Well, they say we're psycho.
how they
I mean,
turn.
right.
How women turn on men.
well, you know what's funny?
Right.
Yeah.
We turn on them,
Yeah.
but why do we turn on
Yeah,
them?
they give us a reason to.
Yes, exactly.
Let's see.
I'll bleach your clothes.
But yeah, she came to my house and she was so sweet. I love that. And then she did a blanket and I loved her to death. I was going to give her a free ad on a magazine that I was asked to do.
That's
With a
sweet.
little picture. Very sweet.
Yeah.
And she said, well, why would I do that? You have to hire my boyfriend to take the photo and contract him. And I was like, I don't think you know
You're
about
like, I'm
advertising.
trying to do you a favor.
Yeah.
Right.
Hello, and I hope you see this. So she came over yesterday, and I was getting ready to write her a check, and I said, "Do you have the labels?" And she said no. And I said, "Oh, okay. I need you to get the labels before I pay you. I can't pay you until I have all my product. And she grabbed this bin of my little baby swaddle blankets and yanked it and said, "Back off, bitch." And her face.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Talk about
Psycho.
inner beauty, because she's beautiful.
Right.
And I posted a picture of her myself. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
letting you guys know, don't hire Jennifer. What's her last name? Frazier.
Oh,
Sorry. I'm
blast
just, you know
mode.
what? That's right.
Whoa.
Because
Yeah,
you know
that's
what?
blast right
and
there.
the reason why is because you're in my home and you're telling me, you're calling me a
You're
bitch in my home.
disrespecting.
I'm
That's
going to definitely
crazy.
talk about you. That's why we're here today, to
Blast.
talk about good businesses and bad business, and don't use Cox Cable. Okay.
We've
All
learned
right.
that.
Ooh, she
George-
she went off. I love
George has known me for 43 shows. Have I ever bashed anyone on 43 shows besides me and you just joking
No,
around?
this will actually be the first time.
All
Exactly.
right.
So
Okay.
First time
I was
for
trying to
everything.
George
forward
has
my
a
phone.
radio voice.
Yeah, well,
Yes,
that's
I love
why.
that.
Yeah.
That's why we're
Really
here.
awesome. Yeah.
That's why. I want to get down to the nitty gritty because we have like 5-10 minutes. I want to hear. We have 10 minutes. I want to hear about your story, which I
Okay.
couldn't believe. I was listening to some of it today, going, "Oh my God!" Tell me about when you were 14 and what started and what happened and why you're here today.
Absolutely. So when I was 14, we talked a lot about this because talk about fronting, right? Manipulation and someone portraying themselves to be somebody that they're not. That goes on a lot, and not just in businesses, right? But just in everyday life and personal relationships. And so when I was 14, I met a guy, and physically on the outside, he was drop dead gorgeous.
How old was he?
He was a couple years older than I was. So
Like
if I was
16?
14, 15, 16, he was about 17 when I was 14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, it's kind of awkward already,
Yes,
right?
and he's 17 doing
Yeah,
what you told
exactly.
me? I'll kick
right.
his ass.
Yeah. He's a big guy. He's pretty big. He's
I don't
about
care.
6'3".
Guess
yeah.
what? I know guys that are 6'7" that would whip his fucking little ass for what he did to you. Sorry.
All right.
Steve Sanson. Right, George? He'd whip his ass.
So,
He doesn't like any of that crap.
Who doesn't?
George's friend.
Oh, really?
He doesn't
Yeah.
like any of that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, a lot of real men don't.
Real men
Yeah,
don't,
real men don't
exactly.
tolerate stuff. But anyways, so he just he got me at such a vulnerable age, he fed me the American dream. We would go, he had a BMW, so he would take me into these mansions and we'd go drive around, and he would show me, and tell me like, this is going to be us one day. This is going to be us.
And you were 14.
I was 14.
Scumbag.
All we
Don't get me started, right,
yeah,
George?
as
I'm an advocate for children and animals, but
Yeah.
but any kind of abuse,
Right.
I will just go ahead. I'll just have to zip my lip. 'Cause
right.
I'm about to.
Right.
nuts.
So
14 years old.
14, yeah. And so, with little girls, we grow up on Disney movies, right? So we're almost like waiting for this Prince Charming to show up
Yeah.
because that's all we know. We watch Ariel, Little Mermaid, Aladdin and
Cinderella, my favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're waiting for this like prince to show up on this white horse, because that's all we've been ingrained in our brains since we were
Yes.
little.
Yeah.
And so when I met him, it just seemed like a dream come true. Like I was like, wow, my Prince Charming is here. How amazing is that, right? And next thing you know, a couple years actually went by, which it didn't happen right away. And so this is the thing about manipulators and pimps and people that you have to be aware of.
Was he a pimp?
He became my pimp. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the thing, is that they wait till you're in love with them. They wait till, they know that they've got you emotionally, because
Right.
if someone has control of your emotions,
In your
then they
mind.
have control of your mind and your actions.
Right.
So always remember that.
And they always go after the insecure. So if you have a guy
Always.
complimenting the hell out of you and your body, he just wants to fuck you. Excuse me, but I get so angry. A guy that really cares about you is going to compliment your inner beauty, and that's what
Right.
we're here talking about today.
Absolutely. So next thing you know, I'll never forget when he pulled me over, and we went to a park, and that's when the abuse started. Just the degrading, like, you're not good enough for me. I like this other woman. He would always compare me to other women. That was the number one thing that I remember.
Which psychologically will ruin you.
Will ruin you, because
Yes.
now you're a little,
Insecure.
insecure
Yeah.
because you're like, well, what does this woman have
Right.
that I don't have?
Right.
And he goes like this.
What
He
a
goes,
scum.
he's a scum. Yeah. He goes, he's changed a lot. I don't want to bash
care.
him anyway. But
No,
he
we
goes,
can bash him.
He goes, I'll let you do that.
I will.
He goes, Ashley, I love you, but you don't make enough money for me like these older women do.
Oh.
And he goes, so if you want to stay with me, what are you going to do? Because I have an idea.
Wow.
And that was the first time he introduced me going to the strip club. And he told me that he knew somebody there, that if I would just go there, they would take care of me, you know, and all this stuff. And I've worked in Wet Seal, like a retail store. You know, my parents are still together. It wasn't like I was like some broken down little girl. Like I was in a home of love.
That makes a good point right there. Is that you don't always have to be from the broken home like I was.
Right.
You had a good home. So
I did.
Insecurity is something that you really need help with parents and growing up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree too. So next thing you know, I find myself at a strip club, you know, and when I'd get home, I mean, he took my money. He'd beat me. He'd take my money. Like my life was just completely, I was done. My life was done. From about 14 on to about, I want to say 20-ish, you know. I really didn't have a lot of control of my life. Like I did everything for him. You know, everything was surrounded by him and his manipulating ways. And you know, I mean, he had control of my life. Wow. Really, and
it's such a what I want to know. I wish I knew of the. You're going to tell me his name. I'm going to check him out because
I'm not going to do that.
You are.
I can't.
Yes, you are. I'll get you to do it. I'll get her to do it. I won't say it on air, but I want to find out about him.
Off air.
Because what I want to know is search his background. I want to know what the hell. At 17 years old, which means he started earlier than when he met you.
Yeah.
What the hell kind of life did this guy have? What loser parents didn't beat his ass and teach him how to?
Well, it's crazy because he actually grew up in a good home too. It was what it was.
Forgive me. They weren't losers.
No, they weren't. What it was is his company. Because, you know, the company you keep, bad company corrupts good character. Yeah. So you can come from a good home, you know, but you can get entangled with the wrong people and your whole life. One person, literally one person can change your whole life. You have to be aware of who's in your circle. So again,
it's about the parenting. You got to watch what your kids are doing and be involved.
Absolutely.
I mean, that doesn't mean you can always protect them or stop them from whatever. Like, my daughter's very rebellious, and I very much worry about her.
Really?
She already, like, last year was, like, writing that she has a whole book on this boy that she loves.
Oh, no.
Already. This was 6 years old. She had her first note
about
the
get
same
her off
boy.
Disney. The Disney movies will get you.
She actually wrote, one day we could get naked if we get married.
Well,
and I'm only saying this because I know, right?
It's good and bad, right?
Right,
it's like waiting for marriage.
If we get married,
yes.
we can get naked if we get married. Isn't that funny? Like, I never said a word to her about that.
Maybe that. I mean, I have a 9-year-old, so
me too.
At this point,
Mine's 9.
At this point, I have introduced the concept and sat her down and talked to her about it because if she's not hearing about sex and waiting till.
What do you say? Because I want to know, and this will be good for viewers. What do you say? Because I haven't talked to my daughter at all about sex. I just said that I don't ever want you alone in a room with a boy or a man or someone's never, ever, ever alone because I was. I was sort of molested. My foster father, who was a police officer, sat me on his lap when I was 11, and I've never been the same since because of the trust issue. Wow. So what do you say to your daughter? Thank you.
Yeah. Wow. That's.
Oh, you can't say? Oh, that's fine.
No. I'm for you, like what you went through. You know what I mean? Like that's a big deal.
Big deal.
It takes a lot of courage to say that on air, so I just commend
Don't
you
make
on
me
that.
cry on my own show.
No, but that's you know, honestly, it's.
Thank you.
But that's what I wanted to tell you is because you know it's weird because I almost knew that about you right before we started talking, but you are such a beautiful woman, like so beautiful. And
guys, I'm like,
no, that's okay.
Amanda did the same thing. She was like compliment. I was like, cut it out.
Yeah,
but
no, because that's the thing. When something
and
traumatic,
you mean inside,
right? That's what I mean. Yeah,
thank you.
When
really,
something traumatic like that happens to you, you know, there's a root, and a lot of times we go back to that root, you know. And what I believe is that God can heal us from the inside out to the point where we literally are completely different people. And that's for me, like, you know, people ask me like, well, where do you get your self-worth and your confidence from? Well, I get it from God now. You know, I completely like God. This is a crazy story because I got to tell you guys, this was when I really believed like God was for real. My baby daddy at the time, which was the guy in the abusive relationship, had torn me down to pieces so bad. And I got in the car, and this is right after I had his baby, mind you, okay?
Oh.
I get in the car, and I'm driving, and I'm crying, and I'm like, I just hate myself. I hate myself. I hate myself. And I said, God, if you can just show me how you see me, God, if you can just show me how you see me, you know, I just want to see myself how you see me, right? And it was amazing, though. It was the most beautiful. And I'm driving, and this song came on the radio 3 times in a row. You're amazing. just the way you are.
Oh, is it Bruno,
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars rocks. I love him.
Okay, but the thing
He has
is,
such good lyrics.
3 times in a row, guys. Has that ever
Yes.
happened to you?
No.
3 times in a
Oh
row
my
on the
God,
same
I got
station.
chills.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Georgie?
Yeah,
Georgie?
3 times in a row, and I sat there and I just I held
my
my hands
God.
up and I was like,
Oh my
and I
God.
just felt God's love come on me, and it changed me from the inside
Yes.
out,
Yeah.
because when you hear, and
Wow.
God moves in a way where He literally He tells you Himself. It doesn't matter what man, what woman, what
Right.
person tears you down, because you know that the Creator of the universe has literally spoke life into you.
Yeah.
This is
Yes.
a message. Very good message.
So, there
and you
you
know
go.
what? I never preach religion, but I am going to say this, and you're going to freak. I never talk about religion. It's not for any reason, but I don't really know what religion, and I was abused by the father that took me to church, and then I had my aunt who said she was jealous of me, and she used to sing in the church. So, but I do pray. I was literally with a hooker lover guy who I moved across the country for, and he was an engineer. He made all this money, and I was in this beautiful place, this beautiful life, and I found out he was cheating on me with hookers. So he when I found out and I showed him the paperwork of the hooker sites, he said, I want you out of here in 5 days. I don't know where he came up with 5 days, but I was probably the lowest I've ever been in my life until I met my daughter's father, who then told me he used me. I was only on the pill for a couple weeks, so I got pregnant. And then basically I was underground. I'm sorry, before I got pregnant, I prayed in this kid's kitchen that I barely knew, my
Wow.
daughter's father.
Wow.
I just prayed. I go, God, what do you want out of my life? I had just done this demo CD for Universal, but it's a demo, so it's not super, super great. But I'm saying, like, I didn't know what my career choice was. What am I going to do? I've just been kicked out of this guy's life, and he told me I look like a clown, and he was just so rude and mean, and we had the best relationship for 2 years until I found out he was fucking
his
hookers.
secrets.
Excuse me, but I get so angry because he did it and then made me feel like shit.
Right.
So I prayed and I said, what do you want out of my life? Do you want me to have a family or do you want me to have a career? And a week later, I found out I was pregnant.
Whoa.
Amen. I'm going to go with that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. I'm like, what are the signs? I know the signs of manipulating. Okay. A men manipulating, because I was in a very big domestic violence. Oh my God. So bad that I was nearly killed, but I was tortured verbally while he was basically killing me, trying to kill me. The signs for him were, like you said, looking for an insecure woman.
Yeah.
I was insecure. I didn't even like him, but he kept pushing himself. If a guy
Right.
is pushing himself on you and you're not feeling, or you feel something in your gut, don't go for it.
Right.
But the signs to me were the putting me down, right? Putting
Yeah.
me down and
this
controlling.
perception too, like just making themselves out to be this perfect guy.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as perfect. Let's
Right.
just be honest, okay?
Right.
Wait,
Like-
really? Oh, George. Just kidding. George has a
Nobody.
girlfriend who I love, by the way.
Really awesome.
Yes. So what they say to you about, like, if they're bragging about it, first of all, if they're bragging, especially, I'm sorry, you can be rich and have your BMW, but if you're showing it off,
Right.
if
With
you
your
show
fla-
off, if you're flashing your car and
Right.
jewelry and clothes and whatever, you don't have it. Right? I believe people who
I
flash
mean,
off
they
all their
might,
stuff.
but that's where their self-esteem and worth comes in. You know, so that's shallow. It's
Yeah.
like why? It's like a girl with big boobs. Like that's all she has. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
but there's got to be more to you.
you,
Yeah.
yes.
So the same way that men look outwardly to women look at men with money. It's crazy.
Right.
Like,
Well, I always say this: men love sex, women love money. I feel you're gonna hate this. I'm not against prostitution, but if it's because they're insecure and they're doing their drugs or whatever, but if a woman is a classy woman who just wants a nice place, I'm not against it, but it goes to a whole new level when it becomes human trafficking,
right.
right?
Well, no, I'm against prostitution, period. You know, I'm against anything that it ruins marriages, you know, because, or anything like that ruins relationships, you know,
Like
it ruins,
porn,
yeah,
even porn, but
even
how many men are
porn.
into porn?
A lot. I actually
Can we
was
do a
addicted to
couple more minutes?
porn, so.
Since we started so late, I'm just begging can we do a few more minutes since we started so late? Would you mind? Thank you. Thank you, George. Thank everybody. Thank
Thank you,
George. Thank you,
George.
George. Really, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
'Cause I
no.
wanna
What,
touch on the
what I
human
was gonna say,
trafficking.
yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay.
No,
Thank
I'm
you,
very
George.
open with that. There was a time where I was addicted to pornography,
Oh
and it's
my
crazy because
gosh.
I know a woman. Whoa.
And it's great. You know what? I
Yeah,
hate porn. I
whoa.
tell George, right, George? I hate porn. I do not hate porn
And then
stars.
she brings in 2 porn movies for us to see.
I did. I brought him in 2
Oh,
porn.
no
because I
way.
wanted to do a show on porn, so I gave them to him because I was looking at them. But I hate porn. I don't even watch it. But I'm not against porn women. I understand. I just want them to know. I don't judge. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't judge, but
you're
it,
right,
but it
marriages.
ruins it, and
Yeah.
it ruins marriages. You know, I know a couple that introduce porn into their marriage. Next thing you know, they can't even function without it.
Yeah.
And then it ruins it
But
because
don't all men watch porn? Honestly,
I-
don't
I-
all men watch porn?
I know they don't.
Not
This
all
is
men.
crazy. No. My ex.
I don't know any man.
No,
that
my
doesn't watch
ex
porn.
did not, and he actually was the reason why I gave it up.
Which ex? Not the abusive one.
No, not that
Oh,
one.
'cause I
No,
was
no,
gonna
no,
say
no.
he doesn't
no,
hold credit
no,
with me.
he doesn't hold credit with me
Okay,
either.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
absolutely not. No, I had an ex. And when I found out that he didn't watch pornography, I was shocked. First of all, I was
Yeah.
like, "What? I thought all men
Yeah.
watch porn." Literally,
Yeah.
I did.
I do too. I don't know. No,
Yeah, and
seriously.
George.
I'm trying to get
no,
honesty.
not everybody's exactly the same. I mean, just you
Exactly.
can't
No, I know
prejudge
that.
anybody by just what one
No,
man does.
not judging, but
Exactly.
every
No.
man I've talked to says every man
I
watches
honestly
porn.
did. Yeah,
Like,
I'm not gonna say. Yeah, I just thought
he
that
wasn't
was
lying.
No, he wasn't lying.
Okay.
He was not lying, and
Surprise.
because of that, it
Didn't sound
actually
right. That didn't sound.
I
I,
know.
mean, it's a surprise that he doesn't. That he.
It is. It was a surprise. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. That's
yeah.
how crazy it is.
Yeah.
But when I was shocked and I was like, wow. And then I actually, because of my love for him and wanting to be faithful to him, that was my motivation to give it up. And it's been about almost 7 or 8 months around that time that I haven't watched it because
Wow.
that one incident where
Yeah.
I was like, wow. I
That's
can't-
amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, it is, and
Yeah.
love will drive you to do some things, good and bad.
Aw,
yeah, it
that's
will.
true.
Yeah.
Well, the porn thing, like I feel it's disgusting.
It is
because
gross.
it's not real. I feel it's so gross.
It
and
is
I feel
gross.
It's demeaning to women.
It
but
is.
Like I said, I'm not judgmental if someone has to do that for a living or they grew up like I'm surprised I'm not a freaking porn star or I don't know if I'd be a star, but because of the life I've had, it's like I go danced. You said I'd go dance, but it
danced,
wasn't
yeah.
the stripping, but you did the
I
stripping.
used to strip. Yeah, strip.
Tell them, like, is that because of the background that you had?
Well, it was because of, like I said, when I met.
Because of
yeah,
him only?
because of
it
him.
wasn't something you wanted to do?
No, not at
Okay,
all.
wow.
No.
Yeah.
No,
For
it
the
never. It would have
money,
never
yeah.
crossed my mind. Never.
How long
Yeah.
did you do that?
2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then tell me, I gotta get this, the human trafficking. You said that, she actually told me today that, some parents in certain countries sell their children.
They do. Yeah,
You
it's
knew
an
that?
epidemic. Yeah, it's going
I
around
must
the
be
world.
in a bubble because I never even heard of that.
Well, that's why it's great to
That's
bring
sad.
awareness.
Yeah,
You know.
So
Yeah.
tell
Yeah,
tell the viewers
well, just
what you know.
You
about
know,
that.
I'm a big advocate for human trafficking, not just because of what I experienced, because there are pimps and people that completely manipulate and take control of a woman to sell her, to prostitute her out.
Mm-hmm.
But there's trafficking, like, to where kids and women, some men are, male boys are actually kidnapped and forced into sex slavery.
Where-
there is
where is
modern.
this?
This is worldwide. This
Yeah.
is worldwide. It's happening right here in Las Vegas.
Where? No.
Yeah.
There's people on
Yes.
Craigslist
There's
that try
people-
to sell their children.
Yeah.
No.
it is. It's
Did you hear
true.
that? Don't go on Craigslist. Don't fucking sell your children, you assholes. Excuse me. I get so angry. Sell your fucking. Let me tell you right now, I would kill somebody who touched my daughter. I swear to God, I'd be in jail because I wouldn't just kill them.
Right.
I would torture them. And I would have all my friends. Never mind. I can't even say in front of these two nice church girls. I will not say what I have
You
on my
forgive
mind.
them.
Yeah.
You forgive them and you
Right.
give them to the Lord.
I have a question for you. You just said that on Craigslist. I want to seriously, like, you tell me you've seen an ad like that.
Yeah, if you're ever on Facebook and stuff like that, you'll actually see some ridiculous stuff that go by that you'll see that there was just a guy recently that actually tried to sell his daughter
No.
on
Yeah.
Craigslist
Wait,
to
he
get
wrote
tickets
that
to
down?
he got busted for it, obviously.
What was
He's in
his
jail.
ad?
Yeah. I don't know what the ad was,
Like, he
but
was
it
gonna
simply
allow
stated he
someone to
was
have
actually
sex with
on.
his kid?
He was just going to sell the child. Whatever they did, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
just,
how-
like
how
give
would
her
he-
child away.
Wow.
How would he even think to write that where he wouldn't get caught? Like, that's sick.
We live in a
but-
sick world
We live
right
in a
now.
sick-
Okay, well,
Yes.
guess
Twist
what?
and fall
I
in the
must,
world.
as much as my life's been jacked up, I had no idea. I'm in shock. Craigslist has to what do you call it? And so does Facebook. They gotta what is it? Monitor and make sure that these people get caught. Like
No,
the ones that are
there's-
abusing their
there's-
children.
Yeah,
They do.
there's children.
Those videos, I want to fucking kill these women that are bashing their kids. My Melanie Fianga, my foster brother's wife, said last week that this little, I'm sorry, I get so angry, that this little girl was getting beat. All right, go ahead.
I love you.
With a
I
phone.
love.
I'll
No,
fucking
you're
kill
awesome.
them.
You're so transparent and honest.
Because it's fucked up. Like,
It is
I
messed
can't-
up.
When,
Yeah.
I'm in shock.
Yeah.
And so you got into that human trafficking?
No.
'cause of
No.
that, or-
I'm just an advocate. Like, because see, the thing thing is there's a fine line between prostitution and trafficking.
Okay.
But the thing is that it's all about sex slavery. Like
Right.
they're literally taking someone's body, you know, and selling it for sex.
Okay.
So there is, you know, like trafficking is completely when someone gets kidnapped, and then
Right.
prostitution you usually have a pimp or something.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, we have
Peace, brother. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks, George, for the extra time. I appreciate it.
But
No,
I'm glad
is-
that you know you're somebody that knows now, and you
Oh,
have.
I do know now, and I
Yeah.
will be talking about it. And
Good.
Mary Lou needs to call next week. Like, I want to do, okay, Dream with SJ is Amanda's friend who does the awareness. And do you guys travel with her?
She's
goes to the church.
she's a part
Okay.
of. Well, we have Limitless conferences. I have a
yeah, tell me
nonprofit.
Limitless.
Yeah, called Limitless.
Okay.
And what it is a traveling conference, and we do have like Annie Lobert. She has a ministry called Hookers for Jesus. So she literally.
Sorry,
I know
but that sounds
it's
so
so
funny.
cool. I know, and that's what they're like. What
I've actually
Hookers
seen
for
her out
Jesus?
around. Yeah.
Yeah, she
No,
goes.
could you imagine her T-shirts like
and
Hookers
the-
for Jesus?
Yeah,
That's so
and,
funny.
and the funny thing is, all
Mine
the
are
hookers
Who's
know
Larry.
her. All the
Is
hookers
she the
know
one that
her.
goes to the porn conventions
Yeah,
also?
she goes to the
And-
porn. Yeah, absolutely. That's
By the
my girl.
way, I worked at a porn convention as a dancer in a cage like years ago, but guess what? I'm sorry, but they're the nicest people.
They are nice.
I
They're
hate
the
to
most
say it.
broken. They're the most broken. Yeah,
yes,
we've
that's probably
been
why
there.
I relate to them.
Right.
You
No,
know?
I know.
Is there anything else you want to touch? Because I was looking at my notes.
No, I just want
What
to
do you
say.
say?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh no, I just wanted to say thanks for having us on, and yeah.
You're so welcome.
Yeah.
You're so welcome. I'm glad that you guys came on. I love Amanda and Mark. They have a synergy like nothing else, and I'm so happy to meet you guys. And that's why I want Dream with SJ. I want SJ to come on
Okay.
to touch on that more, and you guys can come on as well, and we can put you, you know, depending if we have Martini Milf. Thank you so much for joining us today on the LJG show. I hate them, but I date them. We don't hate anybody. It's not men. It's I hate them. Like, we're it's a funny thing, okay? Go to jadekins.com, JADE-A-KIN as in Nancy S, or tinytucker.com for 50% off from me until the end of June, celebrating 9 years in the business because Jade is 9 in June. And what else? We got Dream with SJ. We got Fantasies Come True, CUM for all your novelty needs. I'm not into all that stuff, but I have something from them that I loved. I have one item, and of course I have to tell about the 50% off at The Wash, Gary's Wash. There's 2 locations in Las Vegas. If you have an ad you want to do on the East Coast, West Coast, anywhere in the country, 702-982-8688. Thank you so much for Ashley
guys.
and Kathleen. This is Ashley. This is Kathleen. I'm Lauren Jennifer Gates. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Bye.
And now we'll just dance.
You gotta kiss a lot of frogs before you find the one